Mhm. Hello, everybody. How's it going tonight? How's it going? I need to make sure that this everything's going good. My internet is doing good. We got a guest tonight. You all joining us on the show. Roll the tape. How's everybody doing? As you come in, you all kindly give this live a like. Please subscribe. It's free. Kindly hit the subscribe button and definitely share the live with others as you come in. Share the live with others. J Mob, say hi. How are you doing? It's Jeremy. I'll rock with you. I'm waiting for the live. Also, good night. Thank you so much, J Mob. Mr. Jean, good evening, Queen Marie. It's always great to be with you, and it's always great to have you too, my brother. Marie New Gas, good evening, Marie. Good evening, my sister. How's it going, Mr. Jackson? Good evening, Maria and the Life in Haiti family. Mr. Seal says, good evening, everyone. Good evening, everyone. So tonight, I'm not going to just stay on and do too much talking. We have a great guest, and I'm ready to actually share the stage with my guest. If you have any question, and definitely check out his channel, Roll the Tape. So we're about to roll the tape and bring him on tonight with Life in Haiti. So,
You ready? Oh,
well, you on tonight. You on. How's it going?
oh, everything going good. Going good. I appreciate you bringing me on your channel. I've been a
I
fan of yours
appreciate
for a
you
minute.
coming.
Yeah, I've
Yes,
been I've been
I
watching your
appreciate
channel
you
for a
coming.
while. I appreciate your work. You know?
Me too, definitely. And I also watch your channel, my brother. Always giving love.
All right, cool, cool.
So, this is gonna be spicy and very interesting tonight. So, you all, as you come in, definitely share the live. Share the live with others. If you've yet to check out Roll the Tape channel, please check out his channel. So give my peoples a introduction of who you are so that they can know who you are for those who don't know you.
All right, I go by Richie Rich, and I have a YouTube channel where I mainly talk about traveling, mainly black brothers traveling abroad. Different countries, mainly in South America, stuff like that. So I just kind of share my experience traveling, try to give people advice. I also do social topics too, whenever I can. So that's pretty much what's going on with me. I'm out of Atlanta, Georgia. So any other things y'all want to know, just post it in the chat. Any questions y'all got, just let me know.
That's what's up. So our title tonight, why should you or why you should not travel to Haiti? Okay. So before we actually get into the topic, I want you to tell us some of the places you've traveled to. Tell us some of the places you've traveled to.
Mainly around South America. I've been to Turks, been to Bahamas, been to Dominican Republic like 1,000 times. Been to Colombia, Brazil. Traveled out throughout the U.S., East Coast, a little bit on the West Coast, not much, but been to Mexico, Canada, um, and a lot of those places I went to a lot of times. So but I look to travel to different countries coming up next year. So I plan on going to Africa, and hopefully Maria can get me down to Haiti one day. I don't know. That's up for discussion right now.
Hey,
but,
you know
but I would
I
like.
want you all to come visit Haiti.
Right. So yeah, that's the countries I've been to. I don't know if I'm missing none, but that's pretty much it.
Where would you say of all places that you enjoy the most? Which is probably like one of the safest places for people to travel to?
I would say Dominican Republic is probably overall one of the best places to travel to. And I know that's right next door to y'all. So, yeah, so the DR. why you give me why you give me the little roll up? What's up?
I'm just hey, I'm just
uh,
listening. I'm
but yeah,
listening.
I think DR is a good place. It's a good place to start off. And for many years, I just traveled to DR. I didn't really go to other countries. And then, over the past few years, I decided to go to other places and see what's going on. And like I say, next year, I plan on taking 5 trips next year. So every other month, I plan on hitting something, whether it be for 4 or 5 days or whatever. If I go to Africa, it's definitely got to be at least 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks. So next year gonna be big for me and my channel. I'm gonna show y'all different things. Most of the time I only talk about the things the single brothers want to see, but I'm gonna try to expand that, for the ladies too.
Don't leave us out. So, since you mentioned DR, I'm not gonna make it about DR because we gotta, but I definitely have to touch this. So you mentioned that DR is one of your favorite places, which is good. DR, they're doing good things and definitely working on making their country, their island better. Do you think DR is safe there?
Uh, I think it's a safe country. I don't think they necessarily. I mean, it's always stuff going on down there. But as far as your health, you being kidnapped or shot or anything like that, yeah, I think it's pretty safe. Now, it does have, its cons. It definitely have the cons and stuff. But I think the pros outweigh the cons. But you always have to be safe no matter where you're traveling. You have to be careful. Shout out to Taylor May. Like he said, when you get off the plane, make sure you take your brain with you. So you can get into situations out there. So but for the most part, yeah, it's safe. It's safe, definitely.
That's what's up. So let's come over to Haiti. Um, because you black, so a lot of people are gonna want to know: are you Haitian? Do you have Haitian descendants? Are you? Do you have any Haitian descendants?
As far as I know, no. Now my grandfather, he was Cuban. So I do have a little Cuban in me. But for the most part, I'm just an American brother. You know what I'm saying? American brother, black man.
Okay,
I think we all black, but it's all good.
that's right. Well, I mean, you're doing awesome things by traveling, and because you know, I know growing up, a lot of, dudes like myself in my community, they weren't thinking about traveling. So I really, really admire a lot of my brothers actually stepping out and going to experience different places and different cultures. So let me start with why should someone travel to Haiti? So you all, as you come in, kindly give the live a like and definitely share the live with others. Share the live with others. Why do you think someone should travel to Haiti? Let's put the good on the table first.
All right. Well, listen, I've never been to Haiti, but it is good things going on out there from what I'm hearing. I've seen some of the videos some brothers made, like Ace Live and Check It Effect, and they showed a lot. I really appreciated with Philly and Dom and all them there because they showed the history of Haiti. Even when I travel to other countries, um, it's a lot of history that Haiti did for other countries such as Colombia and different places like that. They helped free a lot of other countries too. And they taught it's a lot of history involved with Haiti. That's one of the main reasons I do want to touch down in Haiti. And I think you brought it up on my channel the other night about you should want to go and see witness that history. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the main reasons I want to go to Africa. So that's one of the good things. And you know, like I said, when I travel to DR, you know, I'm a single guy, so I do meet Haitian women in the DR. You know, I have met some nice, you know, females over there. You know what I'm saying? So I know it's a beautiful country. I know it's a beautiful country. You know, y'all have a lot of natural resources, a lot of beaches and stuff like that. And that's some of the main reasons I would want to go. And that's pretty much it. I mean, you know, everything else
Did
you
you
got to
get to
tell me
try some
about.
Haitian food?
Oh, hell yeah. I left that out. Oh, yeah. I got a
Okay,
few
okay.
Asian spots that I go to when I go to DR. You know, I always hit these spots. I always show the Haitians love when I go to DR because I feel like they're closer to us than Dominicans in my mind. You know, like, you know, we look alike, you know what I'm saying? We look just alike, you know what I mean? So, yeah, I always show the Haitians love when I go down there. And, you know, a lot of people, you know, they don't know there's a lot of Haitians in the DR, so they assume like when you go there, you're just seeing Dominican people, but they don't realize like how many Haitians are in the DR. And a lot of the Haitians, I mean, they building the road, the infrastructures, the houses. They doing all the manual labor out there. So we could
Cheap labor.
definitely relate to Haitians in America because we came from slavery in America. And not saying that the Haitians over there, you know what I'm saying, but they in a struggle over there. They trying to come up from the mud just like we did. So, you know, you got to put a lot of respect on their name, just like somebody said in the chat. You know what I'm saying? And plus the Haitians in America, they doing well. You know what I'm saying? So
Hard working.
yeah, it's a lot of good things going on in Haiti. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of good things going on.
So I heard all the great things, right? I want to know from your perspective, why should someone not travel to Haiti? At least from your opinion, outside looking in, from you talking to the guys that have traveled to Haiti. And I want you to give me a good excuse because I need to get you out here in Haiti at least in the next 24 months. So I got to hear it.
All right. Shout out to Brother Jay Rich, one of my Haitian brothers right there. We talk all the time, at least once or twice a week. Shout out to him. Out to M.I. Yayo, you know what I'm saying? He from the crib. Shout out to him. But the number one thing for the average American not to go to Haiti is because safety issues. You know what I'm saying? You know what's going on right now with the kidnapping and stuff. They kidnapped some Americans or whatever. You know, I don't know if those Americans look like me. I don't I don't think it matters. You know what I'm saying? So the public perception of Haiti is, you know, like, don't go there. Like, no, they're gonna tie you up. Don't even go. That's the public perception here in America. And I have learned through my travels that the American outlook is not always the right look, you know what I'm saying? Because the media can make you look very, very, very bad. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the main thing. Because when you go to a country, your main goal is to have fun, but you want to come back, you know. You don't want to be stuck in a country. You don't, you know what I mean? So you want to be safe. You want to have good transportation. You want to have if you're going to have a tour guide or people you're working with, you definitely want to have people you can rely on when you touch down in certain countries. Even if you don't, you know, you want to, in your mind, you want to think that, hey, you know, when I get to the airport, the cabbie's not going to rob me or they're not going to take me in circles. It's not going to be a game from the start. And that happens in some countries, you know what I'm saying? But that's like the main thing, you know, your safety, you know. So if you want me to run down, I did make a little list of stuff. If you wanted me to run down or you want to talk to me about safety,
we got time, okay? So know that I want you to elaborate. And I would just interject a little bit on the security issue.
Uh,
You, as of right now, if security is your concern as far as with coming to Haiti, you have every right to feel that way. I want people coming into Haiti to feel safe. I myself want to feel safe in Haiti. And the media does push it to where it is embellished huge, where people are so afraid to come into Haiti. But that's not the whole Haiti. What people fail to realize is 90% of what is being shown in Haiti is solely in Port-au-Prince. Keep in mind, Port-au-Prince is just a city in Haiti. It is not our whole country. So Port-au-Prince have you feeling in fear, and Port-au-Prince have you feeling a certain type of way. You mentioned Ace. Ace was not in Port-au-Prince when he did such great shoots to show you the true beauty of our country, uncamped, I mean, just natural, okay? But he was not in Port-au-Prince. So there's different areas to Haiti. And believe me, like on the South Side, Cap Haitian, when you go out there, honestly, you will feel safe. You can walk around like people are not as rough and as crazy. The gangs aren't as violent as they are in Port-au-Prince. So that's what's out of control really about our country. Our country is the way that it is mainly because of Port-au-Prince. But yes, run down some more reasons why you think guys don't travel to Haiti.
well, I got one I want to bring up, but I'm gonna leave that last because that might spark up a long conversation. So,
Okay.
the second one is gonna be uh the expenses. How will your money?
Mm,
How will your money go for you in Haiti? Usually, like in DR, Colombia, most of the time, guys will say, "Oh, your money's like 4 or 5 to 1." But in reality, once you break that money down, I mean, it's probably more like 2 to 1. This depends on where you are. Like if you in the unpopular areas, then your money gonna stretch like 4 to 1. But you in the tourist areas, you right outside the tourist areas. In most countries, your money not gonna go really like 4 to 1. It's not gonna be like you hitting the lottery. So that's one of the things we're hearing that a lot of the hotels, stuff like that, they run the prices up, and so that's one of the main things. Brothers want to stretch their money out, and they the way they say about Haiti, you really don't get a lot for your dollar over there. Maybe you can
mm.
elaborate on that. Um,
Oh,
but hold on, let me bungle this in together. And also amenities. Brothers gotta have their amenities. They gotta have air conditioning. They gotta have this. They gotta have running water. They gotta have no power outages, stuff like that. And it's a lot of negative stories coming out about Haiti. Oh man, you may not have internet. You may not have your water may not be on one day, or your power may cut off. I mean, this happens in DR and other countries too. But
hmm
that's one of the things, as far as your money and as far as having these amenities, the whole time while you're there,
hmm.
so that.
Well, that's the awesome. You brought up an awesome point, and that's something living in Haiti. I always wonder about myself because, especially with tourists, people coming into the country that's not very familiar with the whole system and how things operate in Haiti, a lot of the times you do find people that hike up the prices. Living in Haiti on a daily, that's why I'm always telling people if you have family and friends in Haiti, please reach out. I know firsthand how they can bug the diasporas, but don't forget about them because the way the system is set, sometimes I ask myself, are we really free? Is this just a thing which they attach to us, but we're really not free? Because everything in our country is so expensive. my brother. Everything is so expensive. And to be honest with you, the money you change $20 US, you give $400 Haitian, but you buy two things, it costs $400. So that's something I still don't understand. But my advice to you, when you come into Haiti, travel, be sure you already have somebody like myself who is established in Haiti, who knows the system in Haiti, so that people do not take advantage of you as you go around. If you're just coming into Haiti by yourself, don't get me wrong, you can do that, okay? But know that that's when it may be a little harder. People will hike up the price when they know you really don't know because they assume you American and all that. I think it comes with a lot of third world countries. I was watching
Oh yeah,
Philly, Czech, even
all
in
of them.
DR, they do that to you guys too. So
Yeah.
it's not just in Haiti. A lot of these third world countries attach Americans, especially American men, to have money. They don't realize that you sacrificed and worked hard to come and visit their country, you know?
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
just the limelight. As far as the modernizing, wow, you're right about that, okay? If you come to Haiti, try and get a good hotel like Kingdom. There are hotels that are good, which you would not have to really worry about that. But to have running water, basic things that we're used to in the US, they make it so expensive and inaccessible to the daily people in Haiti. It's kind of like I was telling you before we came on. Haiti is a rich country. You got this small neighborhoods that, everybody else is just sitting there watching. Okay. You got 10 people in the neighborhood that have all the money. And then you got 300 that's just staring at them, mouth watering and everything because it's not an equal system. And how they do that is they take away that small at the basic necessities, they make it a luxury towards people. But I want to hear your perspective. So I just want to clarify some, and you bringing up some good points. So for you all who are listening, when you plan on coming to Haiti, um, be sure you have these things set if they are a requirement of yours.
Right, right. Because if you're going on vacation for a week, I mean, you wanna definitely feel comfortable where you at. You definitely want. We Americans, we spoil, so we don't want to be without that air conditioning. We want all the amenities we got in our own house. And power cut off for 3 hours, and that Airbnb they gonna write bad about them. Oh, it's terrible. I hate you know. But I think as a traveler, me being traveled, to a few countries or whatever, you have to have you have to make a mental note in your head, like, hey, power may be off one day, or this may happen, because it's happened to me in DR, Colombia, and different countries. Yeah, power have been off like the whole day, and so you have to make that mental note in your head, like, hey, this may go down. I mean, you don't want to just make the country look bad because that particular hotel, the internet wasn't, this and that wasn't working. So hopefully you can have an open mind about that. But another thing, and you may correct me on this, but when you're going on vacation, you want attractions. You want to see somebody riding a jet ski on the beach. You want to see something that attracts you to that country, and you have to attract a tourist. Now, adventurous tourist, somebody that just want to be adventurous, want to go in the bad neighborhoods. Now, you don't have to have nothing for that guy, but the average American, you have to impress them to come to your country. You have to advertise like Jamaica does all the time, Mexico, different places. You have to attract the tourists to come there. So that's
Very
one
true.
thing, Haiti needs to do. They need to try to get a major hotel, like a major resort or something like that. Maybe you could correct me. Maybe they have it. I don't know. but you have to have some type of attractions for people to come to your country. And I never see that. I never seen a commercial on Haiti like, hey, come to Haiti. You know, we got beautiful beaches. I never seen that on TV.
We're gonna work on that.
Okay, well, that's another reason why. And hey, I'm not here to hate on Haiti, y'all. We just having a conversation, and I'm telling her, I'm giving her 100% of how I feel about it. You know, what's my perspective of it. You know, it may not be a fact, it may not be the truth because I've never been there, but I'm just laying it out. Like people need to be attracted to your country. You know, so it's something they have to do down there. You know. So that's one of the reasons. Can you name some attractions that my man, you know, brothers want to see? What's going on with that?
Can okay, well, one of the attractions that I think people want to see is the beaches. If you enjoy nature walks, there are a lot there is a nightlife in Haiti, but for security purposes right now you don't really see too much of that because you don't really want to be out late, especially in Port-au-Prince and being a foreigner. That would be an advice I'll tell you not to do. But as far as that, there's great food, great people. There's so much that you could do. Nous gagnons bal, you know, dance halls in Haiti. We like compa music. There is a lot to come out here and to do. So I guess is what you are looking for too, as you mentioned. Some people want to go jet skiing, and then some may not want to do that. You know, so it's all into what you like.
Right.
So I'm gonna go into the audience a little bit. I got a question for you. Haitian Warrior King says, "Do you show love? Do you show Haitians love in Atlanta?"
Oh well, it's not a whole lot of Haitians in Atlanta, and I mean, you wouldn't necessarily know a Haitian from you know, from any other person here in Atlanta. So it's kind of like, you know, what you want me to do? Go out my way? Hey man, you Haitian? You know, a lot of people, I've been knowing them for a while, and then they be like, yeah, you know. I'm really from Haiti. Oh shit, I didn't even know that, bro. You know, we started talking about Haiti and the
Because
DR
I
and
know
stuff
a
like
few
that.
Haitians in NATL. I do know
Oh,
a
do
few
you?
Haitians. Oh
Okay.
yeah,
Well, I mean, you know,
yeah.
like in America, if you here in America, I mean, you don't when somebody say show love, my interpretation of that is like, you know, shoot them a few dollars or give them words of encouragement or something like that, or give them a ride or something. I mean, but once they in America, man, they in the same struggle as me. Like they got the same opportunities. You know, a lot of them, shit, they doing way better than me. They need to show me some, like, you know what I'm saying? So once you're in America, it's like the platform is kind of even. Like, I mean, there's plenty work out
It's an
here.
equal platform.
There's more jobs out here in Atlanta than people. Like they paying
Uh-huh.
guys that deliver parts like $20 an hour. Like it's all kind of work out here, you know. So I don't
Mhm.
necessarily have to show them love like that. But I mean, you know, I love all my brothers and sisters. You know what I'm saying? But you wouldn't
That's
know a
what's
Haitian
up.
person from a Black American. I mean, you probably wouldn't know the difference. Most of them from Miami. Most Haitians are in Miami, New York. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of guys come up here from Florida or whatever. Like I own a shop, and I just did a guy from Haiti's car last month. So we always talk about the DR and Haiti and stuff. We still communicate, but I mean, just like a guy from Jamaica, you gonna know he's from Jamaica because the accent. But brothers from Haiti, they mainly speak English. Now you hear them talk a little Creole or something like that, then you'll know. But that's the only way you'll know. I mean, I think Haitians look more like American brothers than Africans look like American brothers. I think the Haiti
That's true.
people in Haiti are basically the like. I mean, it's like they just look just like us. I mean, you know. So
That's
I don't
true.
know what to say on that one, bro. What else? What other questions you got?
All right. Mr. Seal, you carry 10 people, 10 people. Thank you so much, Mr. Seal, for your love and your continuous support of Life in Haiti. Showing Marie my Haitian love from a distance. Thank you so much. Haitian King says, are sayings Haitians or Asians? It sounds
Oh,
like you saying Haitians. Oh, okay. It sounds like you were saying Haitians. Okay. Jackson Jeter says, shout out to Haitian brothers. I get along with them all day long. So I'm really thinking Haitian Warrior King is pretty much saying showing love. Like if I'm in a store here, right? And somebody hears my Texas accent. It's like I'm speaking English and somebody's like, you from down south, right? And I'm like, yeah, I'm from Texas. And they're like, oh, okay, represent, and I'm like, yeah, Houston, so it's kind of like showing Houston that
oh,
love.
okay. I got you.
We want everybody to know about Haiti. So it's kind of like, okay, so we want you to come to Haiti. Are you giving
I'm
that
gonna buy me
love?
a Haiti. I'm gonna buy a Haiti hat then. How about that, y'all?
Oh, well, you sure
I
need
got a
to.
Haitian
You need to.
bandana already, so I'm gonna buy a Haiti hat and I'm gonna rock it on the channel. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. So you all kindly hit the like button, share the live you all with others, share the live because I'm about to head to your line of work before we end the show. I'm about to go where I know you at. And this is a question that I've actually wanted to ask brothers that travel abroad. And why
It's
not
probably
ask
one of the
you?
questions I'm gonna bring up, but go ahead.
So why not ask you? So you all please share the live with other people. If you've yet to give this live a like, you all kindly give the live a like, share it with others, share the live. Ned says, stop listening to what the white people are saying. They want you to work. Rural Haiti is the land of the free. If you need something in Haiti, send it. That's home for the brown skin. A Kunta of the Haitians at Jackson Jitter, beautiful chocolate candy. Okay, hold on. Let's find Haitians are all brown skins and family. Mike Lewis says, hi, pretty smile. How you been? I've been doing well, and you? Bello Gino say, Haitian warrior. Yeah, that's rich pronounced. Haitians. It sounds
Haitians.
like Haitians.
Should I say it like
Okay.
this? Haitians? Haitians? They know
Don't
what
get
I'm
me
saying, bro.
started. Mr. Steel, you carried 20 people tonight. 20 people. Thank you so very much for your love and support. Mr. Jean says people should not travel now simply because of security of transit. Other than that, Haiti is full of potential, great view, history. I'm from Jeremy. I had so much fun. And where he is from, if you can get into Port-au-Prince and pass the South Madness to get to Jeremy, that is somewhere I myself am waiting to take my audience to give you all a view of that. Beautiful. I mean, beautiful, Rich. So, if I don't get to everybody tonight, thank you so much, Mr. Kenner. Thank you. Thank you. Y'all notice I am trying on a different lipstick tonight. Thank you. If I don't get to everybody tonight, then I'm gonna try to get to everybody. But let's continue with the show. So you are a travel vlogger. Let me ask, let's just keep it real. Why do these men travel outside of the US? And you not only have men now, okay?
I had a few
You
more.
also have women.
Now I had a few more things I wanted to
Oh,
go on
well, no. Well, let's hit it. Oh, you
because
not
that
finished? Come
kind of
on.
ties into the last thing I'm gonna ask you. But
Okay, okay.
Another reason why brothers don't go to Haiti. I'm gonna be 100 with you now. Some of y'all may not like this. I'm just telling y'all from a broad perspective. Brothers, a lot of brothers don't go there because they like lighter skinned women. So they feel like if they go to Haiti,
Whoa, you
hey,
turn things.
hey, I'm keeping it real, and they ain't gonna tell you this. But a lot of guys don't date dark skinned women, and that's just what it is. I'm not saying myself, but I'm telling you, a lot of that's why they don't go to Africa either, because they like lighter skinned women. Straight up. And
But
that's the
who's your
real.
mama? Who's your mama?
Oh, now
Who
don't turn.
had you? Who
Hey,
had
hold
your
up.
black?
Don't turn it personal on
Who
me. I'm
had
just
you?
telling you
Who's your mama? Y'all share the
who's my.
life. Share the life.
Hey,
Who's
I'm
your
just.
damn mama? Your
Hey,
mama
I'm just
black
keeping it
is.
real. I'm keeping it real. I'm not saying me because, like I say, I love Haitian women. As long as a woman beautiful, that's all. I don't go by light skin, dark skin. I don't do that. But guys, a lot of guys in general, that's why they go to DR, Colombia, and these different places. That's why they pass on this. And they're just keeping it real. But then some of the guys, that's all they like is dark skin people. So I'm just keeping it real. Don't kill the messenger. Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real with you. So
So
hold up. Since you
okay,
say, hold up.
okay.
So you think it's a self hatred because a lot of women gonna go to that. That's what they're gonna go to.
No,
Or
I
you don't
wouldn't
like
think it's a
yourself. You don't like your
self-hatred.
mother.
No, I love myself. So me personally, everyone have their preference, okay? And my preference is the man that's gonna treat me good, treat me like a queen, okay? And he'll get the same in return. But I want to
Now the
ask,
comments coming. I
why?
see. That's why. Hey, every time you
Yeah,
keep it
yeah,
real,
no,
then you
no,
get.
the comments need to come. They need to
That's
come. They
cool. I
need to
knew it
come
was
down.
coming.
Get,
I'm just
get.
keeping it real. A lot of these brothers don't date dark skinned women. Straight up. That's
Okay.
what it is. Yeah, whether they like their race or not, I don't think that's necessarily true in most cases. I think that that's the way the system we in here in America from a kid. That's how your brain is kind of. That's how they kind of wash your brain. They make it seem like everything dark
So
is
okay.
negative,
So
everything light is positive. That's how they brainwash you. You know, from a kid, they done plenty of study. What they call it, case studies. Oh, and they show the kids. They pick the white doll over the black. That's just how it is in America. The system that they got you in. You know what I'm saying? It made all the people on TV that's black look bad. So it's just a mental thing, I believe, you know? But I don't think a lot of
okay.
these guys hate their own race. They just prefer that light skinned woman. That's what it is, Maria. I'm telling you real facts. I know the women don't be mad at me.
Oh,
But
I'm not upset because you keeping it real, and that's what we need. But I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna give you the flip side, and I am hoping that I have a lot of women watching. Okay, so share the live. I wish you even spoke Creole so that I can have my Creole sisters too watching. Black men need to understand that way of thinking, well, it is okay to have your preference, but then we are causing a lot of insecurities too within our own community, because a lot of women are so insecure because so many men feel like if you're not light, then you're not worthy to be maybe wife material, what they could just sleep with you for one night and that's it. Okay, then you're not worth. And now you got all these women running around bleaching their skin, trying to look like
hello.
what.
And while you speaking on that, a lot of women here in America, like you said, they bleaching, they're getting all this straight hair, they're getting all these European features and stuff. And then they wonder why brothers go, to wear their hair straight and wear.
I mean, but that's contrary because you lead them to believe that's what you like, And then when they go get what you like, nah, man, you went and bought that. That ain't you.
Yo, man,
I'm
it's
telling you, y'all wrong. You wrong,
almost
you
like
wrong, you wrong.
it's almost like
So
dating
you
a
telling
Barbie
me
doll
that's why we
nowadays.
can't get, huh? That's just how life is nowadays, right?
Everything ain't fake. Fake lashes, fake. Yeah, can I get a real one? But they do that all over the world, or they wear weave all over the world in the DR, Colombia.
That's true.
They do it everywhere. So I'm not just gonna put it on the American women. But
So, okay, let's just say outside of the feature, outside of just the look, is it something that light skinned women give to a man that a dark skinned woman don't?
nah, it ain't got nothing to do with the color. Now, when you go to these different countries, now the women are much more submissive than American women, and that's one of the main reasons brothers travel because they sit up here, work, you know, marry these women, have a family, and at the end of the day, they get treated like shit. They don't get to see their kids, and they don't get all this. So they looking for another option, you know.
Mm,
So that's why they go to these other countries and they get treated. They get treated. They feel like they get treated better, by this foreign woman, and they get in America because it's hard dating out here in America, man. It's a little difficult. I'm not saying it's not easy to meet a woman and get her number, but it's hard to deal with a woman in America because they feel so entitled. They feel like they're pushing this agenda. I don't need a man. I don't need this. I'm an independent woman. I stay away from them women. Like, if you're a woman and you say you don't need a man, then I don't need to be around you because at the end of the day, women gonna depend on men gonna depend on women. For whatever reason, you depending on that woman, whatever quality she like, you know, it's the same thing. A woman gonna need a man, you know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. But unless
that's true.
unless you're a woman, you want to be with a woman, I don't know. But even y'all gonna still need a man. Y'all bring an artificial man in the bedroom with you. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's hard. But brothers travel, man, for it's many reasons, not just for women. I mean, it's you travel to these different
But
countries.
so hold on,
Go ahead.
because I want to say something on this.
Go
And
ahead.
as I mentioned, it is not just men who does this, okay? You come across where women does the same thing, travel to get even men, okay? But my thing is, do you think it is to have that control over somebody? Because I know in Haiti, all right, a lot of the women in Haiti are going to accept some extreme conditions from their men, okay?
Right.
Number one reason why, because the poverty level. The man is the breadwinner. A lot of women in Haiti, and excuse my beautiful Haitian women, not all Haitian women, but you do have it where a majority of the women in Haiti are not educated and aren't able to really fend for themselves. And then they're watching social media. They want to have the bleach, the this, the that. Well, that takes money. So now you allow yourself to be in a situation and be submissive to something where if you were able to work and make your own money, you actually, once you take this girl to the US, you may not have a woman for long. This
Right.
girl can very well turn on you because she was just allowing you to do all that you do because she's in Haiti and she wants to. When they look at you, of course they're gonna come and treat you like a king. But you, as a man, or a woman, you got to keep in mind the thing about that is the hopes is you are American and you're gonna remove them out of the poverty, which I understand. But don't think that you just getting all that you getting
Oh my
because
look.
you rightfully deserve it.
All right.
Okay?
Well. Let me respond to that and some of the comments. All right. It don't matter where you at in the world. A woman gonna want some type of financial benefit from you, unless she's Oprah Winfrey or whatever. Even she gonna want something. All right. So all
Mm-hmm.
that, yeah, they doing it for the money. Bull crap. You know what I'm saying? These women,
Mm-hmm.
like I seen somebody do a story the other day on where you fix your man a plate. Where you fix your man a plate. That was a topic on a YouTube channel that's been going viral. Women don't even want to fix their man a plate in America. Some women. Now, y'all talking about these women, the money, this and that. That's not always the case because women in America want money too. Trust me, y'all want more money than
I'm going
any
there
damn
too.
woman, right? So when you got a topic saying, "Will you fix me a plate?" That's a shame. A woman and most women in America won't even cook. Now these women will cook, take up your plate, wash the dishes, do all this. Besides, they'll do all this feminine stuff. And these women in America, they just feel so entitled. They don't want to cook for you. They don't want. I mean, it's rough dating in America, and that's real. And it's a difference. It's a difference dating a woman in America and these foreign countries. Like you say, most of the Asian women, they more submissive. All right. Last time I was in DR, I have a Haitian friend over there. I spent all my time with her. She treated me like a king, didn't ask me for a dollar. So it ain't all about money with these women. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, a lot of them want an opportunity to get out. But Tamika down the street want an opportunity to get out the projects too. She want an
That's what
opportunity to
I was
ride
gonna
in a
say.
nice car. So let's break this
Huh.
shit down for real. Like it ain't
Mm-hmm.
it ain't all about money when you go to these countries. You know what I'm saying? A lot of these women be like, yo, you a great father. Like my kids, but they don't take care of my kids. You know what I'm saying? Like they appreciate little shit. They'll say little shit that women in the States never said. So some of these guys they move abroad because they get treated like kings, straight up. Just like women wanna wear their hairs and nails like these foreign women, step your game up. You know what I'm saying? Step your game up in America. You know what I mean? And maybe these guys won't go over there. Stop complaining. Stop making excuses, Because I know most of the brothers that travel, they went through shit with women in the States. And I listen to their stories, and a lot of their stories, I can relate to. You know what I'm saying? I can relate to a lot of this shit. I've been through so much shit with women in the States. I mean, I still date in the States, though. Don't get me wrong. I still date. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
And I'm not looking to fall in love abroad. I just, I travel, have fun. I'm a single guy. I do my thing. But at the same time, yeah, I still date in the States. Some guys say I'm a fool, but hey, look, I always, I don't know. I just don't give up on the sisters. You know what I'm saying? Ain't gave up on them, but
Mm.
it's rough dating in the States, man. I could tell you a million stories, man. Well, let me give you an example. Let me give you an
Mhm.
example
Hold
of it.
on. Give a
Let me
shout
give you
out
a.
to
All
Mr.
right, go ahead,
Jackson.
go ahead.
Hold on a second. Give a shout out to Mr. Jackson. And I noticed a few super chats in the house. I'm gonna get to you all, Mr. Jackson. Thank you so very much. You carry 20 people. Thank you, Mr. Jackson, for your continuous love and support of life in Haiti. We have SV the God. You've carried five people. He says Haiti is really fun, great food, beaches, parties, sightseeing, drinks, etc. I felt safe the whole time. Just got to be smart to have a good time. Very true. As he mentioned, Taylor said, don't leave your brains behind. Take your brain
Right.
with you if you want to make it through. So you say you had bad experiences in this and that. So I gotta just pull some controversy here.
Go ahead.
When you travel, What
Right.
do you travel for? Do you travel for these light-skinned ladies or what?
Hey, look, that's a part of
I
the
just want
package.
to know.
Hey,
And
look,
I
I
ain't
keep it real.
asking personally.
I keep it
I want
real.
to know because I want to know.
Look,
I want to teach people. Because when people sit up and they watch us YouTubers and they watch TV, they're really learning something. And somewhere, I guarantee you, if it's not tonight, I'm going to have a young woman that's watching, could be dealing with these same issues. First off, I want to encourage young women to love yourself. All right. See, I do this sometimes for the screen, but you don't need to do that. You can be black and be beautiful, okay? Don't doubt yourself. You have a light skinned friend, let her have her beauty, have her time, but don't take away your own beauty. Don't think that you are any less. But I want to know what do you travel for? Because I watch you guys and I
hey,
see
look.
all the Venezuelans and Brazilian chicks and this and that. Hey, to each his own. That's all good. But I want to know what's your type and why.
Like I told you earlier, man, as long as a woman is beautiful, good personality, stuff like that, nice body, of course, you know what I'm saying? Uh, as far as me just traveling for a woman specifically, that's it, a woman, no. I mean, it's got to be more than just a woman, but that is a big part of traveling. Like you wanna have this nice vacation, and you want this nice lady on your arm. Now, maybe if you swing on the other side, you don't care about women, but you know, hey, I want to have a beautiful woman with me when I travel. You know what I'm saying? I want to go to a nice place where I'm gonna have fun. I'm gonna have a good time. Now, if it's all about having sex with a woman, you could do that here in the States. You know what I'm saying? But at the same
That's
time,
true.
you gotta have a full package. You know what I'm saying? You can't just go somewhere. Well, you do got guys out there that do that. They just travel just for sex. They sit in their room all day, and that's all they do. I try to have a good time. So yeah, when I go on vacation, hell yeah, I want a pretty ass woman. You know what I'm saying? For sure. And women travel too, and they want these
That's true.
guys. They want to meet these, Dominican guys, and a lot of women travel for the Haitian guys in DR. You see a lot of those
That's true.
black women. I've been on a plane where I see plenty of black women, coming back
Hmm.
from DR and places, a lot of expats, so it's the other way around too, y'all. Don't just think
That's
it's just
true.
the fellas. You know what I'm saying? Y'all can't be mad if a guy want to travel to Colombia to date Colombian women. Y'all shouldn't be mad because
No,
women travel
no.
to date European guys and certain kind. You know what I'm saying? Y'all do it too. So don't be mad at a person for traveling for what they want. And if this guy's traveling just for sex or whatever, and that's what he like to do, and that's what satisfies him as a person, and then at the end of the day, when he dies, he feel like he fulfilled all his fantasies and that's all he wanted to do, then I believe he should be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? You work hard, you make your own money, and you do what the hell you want to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I feel about it, you know?
Hmm. So, what are some good hotels to stay in Port-au-Prince? You got Oasis, you got Marriott, you got Kingdom, you got several hotels that are by the airport. There's a lot of hotels that are very nice to travel to in Haiti. Bello Gino, you've carried two people. Thank you so much, Bello, for your continuous
Nah,
love and
he's
support.
Haitian. He's Haitian. That's the
Oh,
dog right there.
Bello, say Haitien. Come on, yeah. That's what's up. So, if is there anything else you want to share? I've noticed too in the comments, a lot of people were saying about the Cameron, about when you come to Haiti, visiting the Cameron, which is a beautiful city in Haiti. So the Cameron, make that on your to-do list coming into Haiti.
All right.
Francis says, I'm not Haitian, but I have good experience with them. I work with them. You have to get to know them. NY in the house, New York in the house. How's it going, NY? Thank you so much for joining us live tonight. So if someone if you are watching and have yet to subscribe, please subscribe. Check out my brother's channel. Roll the tape, you all. Pause a little bit.
Bring the
Go
hate on.
in.
Bring the hate on. Man,
Oh,
hey,
oh.
people don't like when you tell the truth, man. You know, a lot of brothers be like, nah, man, I'm going for the beaches, man. This and that, man. You know, at the end of the day, shit, man, you gotta have a pretty woman on vacation with you. And if you don't want to take an American woman, you know, then that's, you know, you want to meet somebody over there. You know, when I was on the plane back from Colombia, this lady told me, she said, you know, she was from St. Thomas. And we had a long conversation. We talked like the whole 3 hours. She was a fine ass lady too, right? They was on a woman's trip out there. So we had a whole conversation about some of this stuff you talking about. So I was like, you know, she was like, yeah, you know, you traveling over here for these prostitutes. You know, what you doing out here, this and that. That's the number one stereotype. My brother is going to meet some prostitutes, right? But, you know, it's just like, all right, when I was in Colombia, I was with one woman the whole time I was on vacation, and she wasn't a prostitute. So we always get labeled like that. So I came back to her like, yeah, so you was out there dating these Colombian guys or having in Colombia, stay in Colombia. You know what I'm saying? So I was breaking it down to her. She was like, you know what? A lot of females that do travel, they do the same thing. They meet these guys, have sex with them, whatever, whether they're paying or not. You know, it's the same thing, man. Like, you know, but us as brothers, we always get judged. You know what I'm saying? We always get judged on our travels. You know, if we're not traveling to
Well,
fucking
I don't really judge, but one of the things that I will say is that you notice it's a problem when one of my sisters go out and date outside of her race. Then there's something that's said there, okay? But it's also a problem when you go and date outside of your race. What I don't like is the fact that it's colorism is promoted. We're still promoting hate and racism amongst each other. So
hello.
how can you be mad, black men, when you walk in somebody's office and they don't like your black self? That's
Right.
just their preference. Don't go out there complaining, hollering Black Lives Matter when you yourself are racist in a lot of ways, right? So
Yeah.
how do we stop
For
something?
prejudice.
How do we stop that when we are prejudiced on our own? But some people will say, well, Marie, that's different, man. I'm talking about the girl that I like. But when we can start doing something and we find ourselves doing it in every way and not even see that, okay? When you work around black women, you might feel like you might shun them a certain way and don't even realize it because your preference is this. You know, it's okay to have a preference, but in that preference, how are you treating and embracing others? That's the question.
Give me 1 second, please. Give me 1 second.
Hmm.
Go ahead.
So you are, hmm so you are, we see it's not about you having a preference. It's more about how are we treating each other? Are we embracing everybody? Because at the end of the day, I would say for a lot of black men, who's your mom? You know, a black, beautiful, strong woman had you. So today, don't denounce who made you because you could not be the man in which you are today if your mother did not carry. So it's okay to have your preference, but just don't shun and let's not spread the idea that it's only there's different shades to beauty. Razor raise. You carried five people. Thank you so very much, my brother, for your continuous love and support of life in Haiti. Hey, we already comfortable in DR. Haiti is kind of unstable. The president was just assassinated. so DR seems much safer. I understand. I do understand. I understand certain reasons why some people may feel that way. G Man Low says that statement is not true at all. So if somebody, I see a lot of opinions too. Mad, not mad. I get plenty of guys. Wow.
This lady right here, whoever
Out
she
of all
is,
the words
she
and
hating.
statements he could have made, he chose a very dysfunctional one. Ghetto flower. My sister is highly upset with you, right?
Yeah, she going on.
Uh, Wilson Jean say, due to colonization, when the person color is closer to white, he or she tend to get better treatment. Do you believe that?
Hell yeah, man. You see that everywhere you go, man. Yeah, you see that everywhere you go. But you know, it's like when you go abroad though, and I tell people all the time, it's almost like now you feel like an equal person. That's how you feel when you go abroad. That's how I feel like, because I don't feel like in America we get treated equally. You know what I'm saying? When I go over there, I feel like, they treat me like, with more respect, man, than you'll get from people here in America, man. It's crazy, but
Hmm. Says that's the reason why a lot of sisters bleaching their skin.
that's true. A lot of women want to look like these girls. They want to, have their hair like them and all that other shit. But I think black
Hmm.
women have beautiful hair, and I don't understand why they always grow it and then cut it, grow it, cut it. Man, it don't make no sense to me.
Right? Jay Hallow says you have a better chance of getting robbed or killed here in America than Haiti. Look at the lack of security here in America, but Haiti is portrayed as dangerous, ridiculous. Oh, my sister say, are you high?
You agree with that? What that last statement they got made? You walk
Well,
around
I
at night.
would say, okay, one of the things that you mentioned, you say DR is safer, okay, but in reality, when you look at the census, the crime rate is higher in DR than it is in Haiti. Now, could it be on the flip side because Haiti is a black nation? I've mentioned this, and a few people have gotten upset or and say whatever they want to say. But I genuinely feel like a lot of the things which is going on in Haiti is being overlooked because Haiti is a black nation. And you mentioned a whole lot. It's a whole lot of crimes happening in DR, if not more in Haiti. Haiti's crimes have a lot to do with targeted crimes, okay? Targeted individuals. It doesn't make it right. But you got it in DR, it's randomly happening. It happens a lot more often than it does in Haiti, but you don't hear about that. You don't hear people saying that about DR. Why? Because DR, why? They're closer to white than black?
You asking me? Hey,
Yeah.
I mean, you hear about a lot of crime in DR. I know people that live over there, and they tell me, man, they live in nice neighborhoods. They say, look, man, at night, Rich, I'm not even walking to the gas station.
Hmm.
They like, nah, it's crime that go down in DR for sure. You know, I'm not saying it ain't. It's a lot of crimes that go down, for sure.
Hmm. Mr. Jackson says, my sister, the greatest value a woman can have for herself is high self esteem. So, hear this high self esteem, ladies. No matter what color you are, know that you're beautiful. I think Haitian people are beautiful. That's right. And as we speak on a broad scale. We're not just pointing fingers at just Haitian dark skinned women. We're speaking on he's American, so he really don't know much about just Haiti. He's speaking on men traveling because they more
Our
want light
perception.
skinned women. Yeah.
Right.
Nat L says that's why it's important for the brown skinned women need to go home to rural Haiti to love themselves and be around their people. Now, one thing I
Where's
am
she at? Where's she at?
hmm, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Hello, Miss Marie. Be
Hey,
yourself.
I wanted to bring this up too, Marie. When I talk to
Okay.
Asian brothers in America, they all don't go back. A lot of them don't go back. They like, man, it ain't rich. It's deep, rich. You can't just rich. Don't go back. Like, you know what I'm saying? They be saying that. So if they saying they ain't going back, what the hell? What am I supposed to do?
Well, that's why I always say, it takes us Haitians to actually show Haiti that love Warrior King was talking about because you do. I think it seems from a lot of the experiences a lot of Haitians had in Haiti. Some people had pretty bad experiences. We know that some people went through traumatic things. So that's why a lot of people, when they leave Haiti, they don't want to come back. So I'm well aware of that.
Right. Hey, read this comment right here. Haitian Warrior King. It's like one of the last comments. He makes a good point. Uh, you see,
Okay, I'm going down. Frank Kenner says that's definitely not true, Marie. Most African American men will be satisfied with any decent women who will treat them with respect, vice versa. And I think that's what it should be, okay? Now I
great
can't
statement.
tell people what to do because we know in this day and age it's 221, people are gonna do what they want to do. But my thing is don't cry about it when the white man mistreats you at work or when you can't get the job because you black. It's all the same thing, okay? You promoting colorism, you promoting racism. So when you get it in return, do not be upset about it. And don't judge somebody else, especially women, when they go off and do it. Don't get to saying she this, she that, when none of us want to date you. Because,
Hey,
that's
well,
the thing.
that's the reason why a lot of brothers travel. But think about it. In general, the average guy in America, he's not gonna get a dime piece. So if he can get one abroad, then why not? You understand what I'm saying? These women act all stuck up and this and that. You got a Bentley, or you got to have a certain status most time to get these piece quote unquote women here in America. So some guys go over there and they get that, and that's if that's fulfilling to them, I don't see what's wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? I really don't see what's wrong with that. Think about this, Marie. It's enough foreign women right here in America,
Mm-hmm.
that guys probably can get with, but here in America, it's a lot. It's a lot that come with it. You know what I'm saying? Just like you said earlier, yeah, it's easier to date a woman abroad. It's easier to get a finer woman, of course. You know what I'm saying? So that's where a lot of guys. That's why they travel because they want to get whatever they want to get, and they ain't getting it here. So hey, why not?
Hmm. So you telling me that means there's really they travel and do what they do because there's no attachment, no responsibility there. You don't owe them anything, right?
No, I wouldn't necessarily say that. I would just say, well, I mean, yeah, some guys just go to pay to play. Yeah, of course, if that's what you're saying. But what I'm saying to you is, all right, let's say a woman like Beyonce, right? She's in a mall, whatever. Now you approach her, you got on a shirt like this, or you just regular looking. Let's say you ain't got a whole lot of game, she's not gonna give you the time of day. Like, I'm busy. That's what you're gonna get. But when you go over there, at least they'll give you some type of conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because just like somebody said in the chat, when you go over there, you automatically level up. All right. Here in America, a lot of times it's You know, it's what you got. You know what I'm saying? What you driving? What kind of business you got? You know, I say 20, 30% of the time is game. All right. But at the end of the day, women in America, they expect a whole lot and bring a little bit to the table, but looks. So that man want to travel over there and date this so-called dime piece over there. You know what I'm saying? More power to him, man. That's how I feel. A lot of women, they don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? But y'all just gonna have to deal with it. Step your game up. You know, that's what it is.
But let me say this, because I wasn't raised in Haiti. This is what I don't like, okay? Because these third world countries are filled with people that's really never experienced life as we call life, or have seen or done some of the simple basic things that in the US is just normal, everyday, accessible things to everybody. So a lot of people travel abroad to have that spirit of entitlement, basically. Because, like you say, as soon as you come here, just because you are an American or Canadian from a first world country,
You
you
level
feel
up.
like I'm the man when I walk through, right? But let's just keep it real. A lot of people, you're not the man when you walk through, baby.
That's true.
You still got
Don't,
bills that's waiting on you. So while you over here trying to make yourself, that's why you can't deal with a woman that's educated or a woman that's been
oh,
exposed to
they
a
ain't
level of,
educated?
huh? Oh,
You
a
saying
lot
they're
of
not
them. Let's just
educated?
be real. Let's just be real. A lot of women in Haiti, they may have finished school, but they damn sure not smarter than a fifth grader. You in America may not be smarter than a fifth grader, okay? And I'm not taking away. We're just being realistic. DR is known for a lot of prostitution, right? We're talking about a lot of young girls out there doing whatever, okay?
Right.
You gotta be willing to
They
hear
selling
the
box out here in
opposite
America too,
side
though.
too.
They selling box
Because
out here.
if these women had the assets that women see, why is it that, okay, let's just say this. Why is it that when some of these guys really fall in love and they take them to America, you get left? They leave you for that man that they really had back home. They never really wanted you from the beginning, okay? As
All right.
soon as they got what they want, when they get to America, you were history anyways. So why do you think that a lot of them end up heartbroken with the story that when I took the girl to America, she left me within 10 days. She left me within 30 days. He left me within 30 days. Why do you think that? Don't you
Well,
think it's because it's the front for the lack of opportunity? And then when they go to America, they realize
I'm trying to
who
answer it
they
for you.
assume that you were, you're really not that person.
I'm trying to answer it for you. So,
All right.
in some cases, uh, well, in my case, I don't go for love. I ain't bringing nobody back. Me, period. Right? But some of the smarter expats, they'll marry over there and keep them over there. They know the game, right? So they know if they bring this woman back, most likely she gonna leave them, right?
Ah.
So that's true. That's true. But I'm a traveler not looking for love. I'm just traveling, right? I have a good time, come back. I told you I date here. I can relate to a black woman way more than I can relate to a Colombian or a Dominican. You know what I'm saying? So I date here.
Okay.
I still date here. So that's what I do. But at the same time, what about these brothers that's getting married in the States and getting took for everything? You know what I'm saying? That's
It
going through
happens
these
everywhere.
divorces. There's women that's taking these kids away from these guys. So they losing over here. You know what I'm saying? But they gonna shoot their shot over there. You know, so I don't know, man. I think guys should be smart, use your brain now. You gotta know when a girl playing you or using you. You know, a lot of these guys do get played like that. And I talk about that on my channel. And I have guys that hit me up all the time. Rich, what you think about this girl? I met her, man. She cool. So I said, man, you know, how you get the K1 visa? How you do all that? I'm like, bro, slow down, bro. Like spend some time with these women before you bring them back. You should spend at least a year in that country, or at least, a year or two before you try to do all that and bring a woman back. You know what I'm saying? So guys out here losing women too after a year or two. So what's the difference, Maria? Come on now, let's keep it real. What's the difference?
Yeah.
I mean, it ain't like women over here ain't bad. It ain't like women over there. It ain't like we don't have good women here. We got good and bad. So it's the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I feel like women are the same around the world, but foreign women do have better qualities when it comes to treating them guy. That's just what I believe,
Well, it's in our culture to love our men differently, with it is in our culture, okay? And
so you
I
don't
know
think that
many of you.
exists in America in the
No,
60s, 70s? You don't think that existed where a woman would
I
fix a
do. Let
man
me
a
tell
plate?
you, I do think it exists, and this is a whole nother show because I am a woman myself.
But you've
But
been
I
out of
think a
America
lot.
for a long time too, Maria. You've been out of America a
I've
long
only
time.
been out of America 2 years.
Okay, well, yeah, that's true. But you hadn't been
I
in
was
the
locked
dating.
up,
I
but
say this, you ain't been in the dating game in America in 13, 14 years.
I was, okay. But what I want to say is, from my friends, what I see is that I think a lot of men have removed the sensitivity towards women out of relationships. Men are less emotional, and maybe because when men are stressed, they're not thinking of giving that love and attention to women in the States that are sharing the same thing. So it takes for you to really, really love your mate, to understand them, to have that that silent language from them, because there is a lot of good women in the States. But I'm gonna tell you this, Rich, because you're single, right?
All right.
And I'm not married, and I don't know what the future has.
Hold on. Let me stop you right there. I'm
Hold
single.
up,
I'm single
by
as
choice.
of hold on. As of the last few days. This lady I was dating, she went to St. Louis with her ex-husband and kid for Thanksgiving. So that's why I'm single within the last 2 days. That's the kind of shit
Oh,
I
so
deal with.
so y'all playing a different type of game. So she playing get back.
No,
Okay,
it ain't got nothing to do with that.
all right, but
Ain't no,
I just want
that's
to
the
say
type of
this.
mentality women have now. They think, she
Oh,
said,
well, because women are tired, so people are coming with games, so they're gonna get right back at you,
she was getting
Especially
back at me. Okay.
well, it's not right to play tit for tat, okay? But I don't know what
So you said she
agreements
was getting
that
back at me for what?
you said when you travel, you do your thing.
We ain't been dating that
So,
long though. We ain't been dating that.
okay. Well,
She
you
ain't had
just,
nothing to
I
get
don't
back
know.
on me
I ain't
about.
gonna comment on that.
That's the typical type of relationship. That's the typical kind of shit that goes on. She had the galls to tell me, "Oh yeah,
But
my
okay,
son want me to go with them. I don't want to go, but my son want me to go." I'm like, well, that ain't really a good look, but you gotta do, whatever you do. And she hit me up on the
is
day,
is the
the day
is
before.
the ex-husband married?
No, I don't think he's married, but we not married either. But I mean, at the same time, this is the
Well,
type of
you
women.
gotta first off too, there has to be trust. Because in a relationship where it involves kids, you gotta compromise, because there may be some things you want to do with your kids and you may have to go and do it with their mother, okay? As far as chaperone, the assistance that you need. So one of the number one
Real.
things you need to
That's
have
different
is
though.
trust.
That's different. That's different. You spending a holiday with an ex that you say you don't date no more, you say you don't deal with. You don't do holidays with them now. Your kid is 10 years old now. Sometimes you gotta tell your son, nope, that's not a good look. Go ahead and spend your time with your dad and your family.
Well,
Hey, I know I wouldn't
communication,
do that, huh?
communicate, communication. Because I'm telling you, some people just can think for themselves at times, and they could never really think for the person that's in their life to see how their behavior can have a level of effect on them. But one of the things I want to mention is you all kindly give the live a like, share the live you all with others. A woman is only as good as you make her, okay? You're right. I haven't been in the dating scene. So as far as, for a long time, but a woman is as good as you make her, all right? I know if a man treats me good, then it's like I'm all out to treat him good back. That will be my objective when I get to that point, okay?
Right.
But men have to remember you have to love your woman too. You have to love them. You have to consider them. You have to, give them that love and attention that they need.
They ain't
So,
gonna do it. Hey, check your private. Ask you a little question in there.
okay, okay. So if there's a comment you want to comment on, you can. Stallium,
Now,
you
you
carried
got a
five
brother that,
people, five people. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Stallion says opposite attract. That is always the way it has been. Wow. Well, that's true. Now, you know why he visited DR so many times. We
ain't no
figured
for the
you out.
beaches.
We figured him out, right, Mr. Seal?
Hey, half the time, I give you half the time, but man, sometimes you just want to get away, man, from the rat race, man. You just want to go on vacation. Why not go on vacation and have fun? You know what I'm saying? I don't know what else to tell y'all. Ain't nothing y'all can throw at me that's gonna stick on the ball. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Love and Freedom says it's never the skin color for me. I have three black daughters, but I've been with my Mexican wife for over 25 years. It's not the color. And I want to share this again. It should not be about the color, right? It doesn't matter who treats you good. Let it be is because you are attracted to character, not color, not beauty. That beautiful person that you are attracted to, easily things could happen and that beauty can fade, okay? We must not solely focus on the color of somebody's skin. You want to know too, as a man, when you get sick, is that woman going to be strong enough to be there for you? Can that woman be a good mother to your kids? Can she
That's
hold
true.
you down if something happens to you? A lot of these men, one of the things that get me in, because I'm pretty sentimental and I overanalyze things. Okay, well, you come to this country and you want to do this and do that. That's all good too. But make sure that that woman, you instill some good qualities in her and teach her how to be independent and not just depend on you. Especially when it comes to establishing a family. What if something happens to you? Do you want it to be the very next day she has to have another man for her to operate? You want to be able to leave her with something so that when you are not around, she is able to take care of your kids. She's able to, be independent. She's able to have some good qualities without you around because it doesn't matter where you are at. Life is not promised, life is not guaranteed, especially being a foreigner moving to these third world countries.
Right.
We see it all the time. YouTubers, bad things happen to some of the guys going overseas. Some of them have lost their lives. So if you establish a relationship, make sure that that girl not solely just depending on you. You don't just have her locked there and that's just what it is. It's just for her beauty. Because life, you need more than just beauty to live. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying, my brother?
Yeah. Shout out to Love and Freedom, man. He a good brother. He live in Mexico, I believe. Uh, So yeah, he
Thank
got
you
a good
so
thing.
much.
And love, Andre, you know Andre from Love Across the Board. A lot of these brothers found love abroad, man. And you can, a lot
Mm-hmm.
of women in America, they feel like these women abroad are less than them. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't understand. I don't get it, man. Like, just like you said earlier, man, we be prejudiced to other people, you know what I'm saying? But then we don't want people to be prejudiced to us, man. I hate that, man. I hate that, man. It's bad. You know what I'm saying? It's bad. I wanted to tell you, it's a brother. He wanted to come in and talk about some things. I don't know if you wanted to do that
Who
or
is
whatever.
it? Who is it? Hold
Brother,
on a
brother,
second.
brother, Jackie. He's a Haitian American brother. I guess he wanted to. He was disagreeing with me in the chat, so I don't know what
Oh,
he got
I'm
to say.
glad.
I don't know what he got to say, but
Okay, well, share the link with him, and
uh,
definitely, my live is long tonight, but people are here with us, so we'll have him come on real quick and share too. See what's his opinion, another guy, because your opinion is your
I
opinion,
want you
is
to
just
bring
an
one of your
opinion.
women on. I want one. I know they're gonna cuss me.
Light-skinned women be stuck up because they think they are better than everyone else. And I'm not going to say that all light-skinned women are like that. I actually have one of my best friends is Hispanic. I have light-skinned friends. Men really overthink for them because they do not all light-skinned women feel this way. And I don't want it to be a thing that, like, I know what you're saying to my brother. You do have those women that use that for their advantage. But as for women, we get old, and guess what? Once you get 35, then it's the next 25-year-old that take your spot. So you only have a good 10, 15, 20 years in the limelight. Then it's somebody else. Because there's always gonna be some type of competition in beauty, right? But
Right, right.
not all light-skinned women feel this way. Mr. Gene, so no, let's be real. The go to different countries to be opportunists of female that's poor economically and not wise with false promises of coming to America. A true king is your test of preserve. Mm, I love that, my brother. Thank you so much. You said it very well, very well. And I
That's the
noticed
guy
that
that want to come on.
a lot of men would much rather be men and women want to be with women and men that really don't know much about them, and you can tell them whatever, right? But is it the fact? And that's one liberty you have. You are able to travel into Haiti, tell that person whatever, and the person in Haiti have the liberty to tell you whatever, or in DR in Africa, wherever they're at. But it's not to say you're not going to meet a good person, but you want to be mindful, you want to be careful before diving in head first. I don't know.
Yeah.
Jackie says a man should be a man everywhere. You cannot call yourself man if you can only be considered man in foreign countries, but not your own. Thank you so much, Jackie. Thank you.
That's who want to
Love
come
that
on.
comment.
That's the dude right there. Is he
Love that
backstage?
comment. Loved it.
Oh man.
Mm. Mr. Gene, Mr. Wilson Gene, how's it going tonight? That's Burger King and McDonald's are there for why? You know, you can't eat all the time. As a man, I say exactly that's right. That's why Burger King and McDonald's are there for why should I cook for you? Wow. A woman will fix a man a plate. If a man is refusing to fix you a plate, there is a lot you need to examine about yourself because a woman will want to do those things for a real man. Yes, naturally, um, it is in our nature to take care of our men. So if you have a woman that's not doing that for you, a woman is only as good as you treat her. Do you value her? Do you support her? Women is what you make her. That's it. If you don't treat me good, if you lie, if you sneaky, if you this, if you abusive, either emotionally, however way, okay, then you're not going to get the best of that woman. You're going to get women that saying they don't need a man if that was their last experience. Because some of my sisters have dealt with crazy enough people to where this is how you build up your self-esteem, because that man broke you down. So I don't know, it's two ways, okay? Women, it is natural for us to want to treat our man as a king. When you're not getting that king treatment, if everywhere you go in the US, you getting treated less than a king, maybe you're not a king, maybe you're just a prince. I don't
Maybe you're
know.
a peasant. Hey, every black woman ain't no queen either, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's very true. Very true. Yes, the women will, but as soon as she gets her wing, you are toast. That's right. You are gone. There are
I agree
many
with that.
African.
I agree with that. Most of the women, yeah, they gonna leave.
That's what I'm saying. So why? If it's not because they are in an economically challenged country that has them to, why be with you for 2 3 years and then as soon as we get to America? Because a lot of the times people have understanding that America is heaven on earth. So when you bring them to America and they start really seeing the reality of living in Haiti, you say a bourgeois, he has made somebody open the gate for him, and somebody fixed the yard and this and that. So she's envisioning she's going to walk into a Jay-Z and Beyonce type of lifestyle.
Cribs,
All
yeah.
right. All right, but that's not true. When you take her back, what happens? You got to go clock in to keep up that lifestyle.
Right,
Wouldn't
right.
you much rather have a woman that can go through the struggle with you and, I don't know, be there for you when you're even an old man? Because or you think you're going to be that young player all your life? You don't think you're going to get old one day? Maybe
Oh
you're
yeah,
going
I
to
know I'm
need,
gonna get old one day. You know what I'm saying?
you know? And that
Yeah,
young woman, she's not going to want to come through and give you that love and attention that you really, really need.
right.
Mm.
I agree.
There are many African American men who would love to date or even have a long-term relationship with a good woman, regardless of the color of her skin. That's true. That's true. There is a huge difference between a male and a man. Some of these guys are just males. Wow. Sounds like he's dating the wrong one. Scrawny Cooper. Hello, my sister tonight.
I
Jay
agree.
Edwards, come through, Rich, with the truth. Oh,
So
so you
that
got
is
another one. Francis, I love me not bending over for no man. They are disappointed. Wow.
and you know what? Hey, let me say this too. On the flip side, women go through the same thing with men too. Like, I mean, you know what I'm saying? I ain't here to campaign for the women, but I'm just saying that's reality, you know.
Right now, most American men can't afford to be too picky in America. Wow.
And that's a shame, man, because I'm telling you, man, like a lot of these women here in America be like, I mean, man, you should see how they look. And they be expecting, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yeah, I know I ain't the best looking brother, but these motherfuckers be expecting you to be 6'4", driving a Bentley, and doing this. I'm like, and looking like Patty LaBelle out here, you know? I'm telling you, it's crazy out here, man.
I mean, I say it's pretty much the same thing that you get too, from we just say it's women abroad that's looking for money. I don't think it's just women abroad. You have women all over. You
But you
know, it's
know,
natural for women to want to be taken care of.
most women want you to take care of them. You know what I'm saying? You got a lot of women
Mm-hmm.
that travel to Dubai. You look on all these Instagram. What you think they going over there to do? What you think they going to Dubai for?
Well, good. Everybody's going to have a
They
good
getting
time. I
paid.
mean, I'm not against having a good time, however you call a good time, but just don't be black and be hollering Black Lives Matter, but right within your home you promote racism.
Right,
You get
right.
what I'm saying? Let's not cry about what the white man does to us when you do it to your own. And
That's
that
true.
is the upcoming show that I want to have. You know, we
Yeah,
always
that would be a
crying
good one.
about, yeah, what is going on within our community, but we do more towards each other than they do to us. Okay? We continued what they started. So I'm going to bring on the guest. Bring on the guest.
He my boy. I think he trying to go in on me, but it's all good.
Hello, how's it going?
I'm doing fine. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah, we
we
get
can
you.
hear
What's
you
up, brother?
good.
Okay,
What's going on, my
excellent.
brother?
Excellent. Doing great, Rich. Good to see you, man. I haven't seen or heard from you in a while. And you as well, Marie. Nice to meet you as well. I'm enjoying the
Yes,
show.
nice to meet you too.
But just for sake of argument, I'm not trying to go in on you, Rich. I ain't got nothing against you, brother. Just
Yeah, I
to
know. It's all good.
provide a different perspective. Now, a lot of people in the comments might not be happy with what I'm going to say, but what I'm going to say is truthful. But and at least it's truthful to me based upon my experience and what I see, because I'm a Haitian brother. I got love for my Haitian people.
Stop say, man.
Hey, nulame, not bule. I'm a light skinned Haitian brother at that. You see what I'm saying? So when I hear the talk about the light skinned women and guys going after
Ain't no
that,
light skinned people in Haiti, man.
as if Haitians only come in dark skin colors, I find that amazing to me, because if you look at my family, we're all shades. You see what I mean? Like, and we're not Haitian because of the color. We're Haitian because of where we're born. If you got an Asian man born in Haiti, that man is Asian. That man is Haitian, and he's Asian. To all the people that get confused with the sound of the word. But this is what I wanted to say, and I'm gonna try to make this real quick. Something that was said earlier about the reason why a lot of these brothers are traveling overseas. And I'm not saying that it's not for women, but if we're going to eliminate the women and we're going to say stuff like the weather, the food, the beauty of the country, the beaches, that's great. But let's not act like women are not within the top 3 reasons, because from the moment as a man, when we go through puberty, we're getting the edge every week on our hairs. We're buying certain sneakers. We're wearing certain clothes. We're speaking a certain way. And we're not doing it to attract our other brothers or to be cool with our brothers. We're doing it to be noticed and to get the attention of the women. There are a lot of beautiful places in the United States. And these brothers are not, and I'm not speaking about everybody, but these brothers are not going there and starting WhatsApp groups for going to California, WhatsApp groups for going to Arkansas, WhatsApp groups for going to Montana and looking at the views. They're not doing that. Okay. All right. They're doing that overseas for a certain reason. And part of that reason is the women, because I refuse to believe that a country's culture, its history, is so beautiful that you got brothers going 3-4 times a year for the past 5-6 years, but still speaking to the natives using Google Translate. Okay, there's another reason. There's another reason behind that motive for all these brothers going there, and I'm being 100. I'm keeping it real. And a lot of
Hey, I
people,
said that earlier though. I said my real guys, yeah, they are going for women. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, no, they are.
Straight up.
And
You know?
a lot of guys will disagree with it. And let's keep this in mind. I'm not bad mouthing any brothers. I could really care less what your reason is. But I still feel if you are going there for the women, whether you're involved in women that have an education or don't have an education, or for whatever, or under whatever circumstances, and selling themselves, whatever, I still believe there's a way to do it and a way to carry yourself to where you can still have somewhat of what some people would call dignity, with at the same time not exploiting and taking advantage of the other person in that country due to their circumstance. Do you see what I'm saying? You can be with a person in Haiti, in DR, in Colombia, in Brazil, in Thailand, in Costa Rica, in Panama, in Canada, in Jamaica, in Trinidad. You can be anywhere with these people. You can seek what you want, whether it be pleasure, temporary satisfaction, looking for a girlfriend, looking for a wife. You can do all of that. You could do pay for play, and you can still provide education and opportunity and other forms of you just exchanging cash or any kind of monetary exchange for sex. There's still ways that you can do it, especially when let's really look at let's really look at what these brothers talk about versus what they get. Like Marie said earlier, a lot of these people may not have an education past the 5th grade. They're complaining about the women in the United States, but if they did have a chance to get a great woman in the United States, they're not going to bring somebody with a 5th grade education home to their mother. But that's the first woman that they're looking for when they were overseas.
Whoa. You saying a guy won't date a fine ass chick without a brain here in America?
No. What I'm saying is, I'm not talking. Well, this is what I'm doing. I'm removing sex from the equation. A guy will have a sex with a retarded person. What I'm talking about is, what will you bring home to have a conversation with your mother? Are you bringing that woman that has the 5th grade education? Or are you bringing the woman that's a manager of a bank, a woman that's pursuing a degree, or a woman who has some type of college experience? She may not have a career. She may just want to be a house mom, but she finished high school. She did some type of college. You're bringing her to the family. You're bringing her to the company events if you're in a corporate world. Are you bringing that beautiful, stupid girl with the 5th grade education?
From the strip club?
Yeah, is that who you're bringing? Because
a lot of dudes is nowadays though.
then that goes that says a lot about that person. That's why I said in the comment, it's a difference between male and men. Males just carry the genitalia. Okay, a man has a certain standard. And a lot of these guys don't have that standard. And this is why they refuse to better themselves, whether it's mentally, spiritually, physically. This is why they refuse, and not, like I said, not all men. This is why a lot of them refuse to look for ways to increase their monetary gain, because it's easier for me to get a $150 passport, buy a $250 flight, and go overseas and not do anything, and I'm automatically better than 70% of the people in that country. And this is the truth. Now, y'all can get at me in the comments.
But man, it's like, man, women look at it as, oh, you lame, or you buying pussy, or you doing this, you doing that. But they don't see like why these men are going. These men are going because they're getting treated like shit. So they want other options. They don't look at it that way. They don't look at it like, yo, we need to step our game up. We need to treat our men better.
I got a question, Rich. This is for you and the audience, right?
Yeah.
The men that we see that are having that plate served to them every night, that are being treated with respect, that are being uplifted, what are they doing as far as themselves that's different than the men who are not receiving that type of treatment? What are they doing that's different? Why is it we could see a Hispanic man in Bravo, in Walmart, with a very beautiful woman who treats him with respect,
Right.
who's making sure that plate is warm every day, and he may be working for $8.50 an hour,
Right.
living with other people in the home, and the woman still treats him like a man. She still treats him like somebody who has respect, who has dignity, who's encouraging, who's supportive, and who's willing to suffer for the betterment of the family for tomorrow. Why is that man getting treated differently?
Well, that's a good question, boy. Ooh,
Is it
no.
culture? Is it culture? Because I could tell you,
that's what it is, man.
but I could tell you American women that do that for their men. They're not
Oh yeah,
Haitian.
I'm not saying all American women like that. I'm not saying that.
So
I'm just saying, but I'm kind of speaking in broad. I'm not necessarily speaking about my situation. I'm just saying, like, there's a lot of guys that do travel because maybe they ain't got no game, or maybe they don't have the funds, or whatever the case is. Yeah, they should better themselves, but I mean, if they want to go over there and travel and they feel like they can do better over there, level up, hey man, more power to them, you know.
exactly, and I'm not knocking if men do that, but if men do that, we need to acknowledge the reasons why and not use a scapegoat as blaming our black women or just blaming women in general, or how society is, or because that's not what the case is.
Right. I mean, it's a double-edged sword, man. Like, you know, we got to step our game up as men too. We got to, you know, we got to do better also. I'm not saying that. I'm just representing the traveling guys. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wish you would have brought a female up so they can come on here and give their side, you know. But, yeah, I agree. Us as guys, we got to do better too, you know. Most definitely. There's a lot of sorry-ass dudes out here, you know.
Well, that's the thing. And I'm glad you mentioned that, my brother, because see, a lot of men have stopped playing their role, okay? And you have a lot of women now that, how could I say this? They've made so many of our men lazy because, and I don't want this to be interpreted wrongly, okay?
Go ahead, give it to us 100. What you think?
Okay. But a lot of women now are not letting men play their men role. They've disabled that role because they've taken on the role of a man and a woman. You get what I'm saying? And now you have a lot of men that really feel like they don't really value women. I don't know. You got a lot of damn gigolos out there. That's just real.
I agree. I agree with what you're saying.
And they don't want to understand the fulfillment of a man. They don't want to respect women. They don't want to, the respect only comes on days which it benefits them. And then the rest of the time, they don't want to respect a woman. And it doesn't matter where you at in the world. A woman wants that love. They want to feel respected, and only time a woman would put up with that and it'd be okay is really because she's using you. She's looking for something from you. But a real woman that is working towards building something with you, she is not sabotaging. She's not going to accept that from you. She's definitely not going to.
Right.
Bye-bye, guys. I'll pull up telephone. So my phone is going low on charge. So if I a second, charge net.
Really got the light over there. Look at you. But yeah, man, her and I agree, man. The culture is jacked over here in America, man. Not only for the black community, man. It's the white community too, man.
The culture is, here's the thing, and you're right about that, Rich. The culture the reason it's because of the laws when you break it down, and the laws are made to affect everyone, white, black, Asian, whatever color you are. The laws affect everybody. The thing is, when you are economically and socially disproportionate more than other races,
That's
the
true.
the culture and the law will affect you more. No different than how we look at COVID. COVID doesn't see color or race. COVID goes for everybody, but because in communities where things are disproportionate for Black Americans or or Black Latinos, Hispanic Americans, they suffer more from these services. But it's really made to affect everybody. The problem comes in with our people is that we know what the problem is. And this is what's always amazing about Black people, because we are so fucking smart. Like, and excuse me, I don't know if I could curse on this or not. I apologize. But we're so intelligent that with quickness, we figure out what the problem is immediately. It doesn't take us long, but resolving the problem is where we always have the issue.
Hell, talk
It's
about
it's
that.
it's oh man, that's where we always have the issue. Actually resolving the problem.
Mm.
Yeah, man. That's why, man. I try to do the most I can, man. To make sure my kids are straight, way better than I was. You know what I'm saying? For real, man.
And that's a blessing. That's
It's
all
not
we could do. And I don't have kids, so you're in a better position than me.
shit, boy.
Kids are a good investment
I'm telling you, man. Like,
as long as you have more
I
than one.
said, as long as you got more than one.
Oh yeah, as long as you have more than one.
Yeah,
Cause see the first one can mess up. You see, if you got 1, 2, 3, 4, it may be difficult at first, right? You could have 4 mess up, you could have 2 mess up, 3 mess up, but the odds, see, it's all about probabilities. The odds of all of them becoming bums and not being able to take care of you when you're older is very slim when you have more than one. So think about, like, I'll give you an example. My father got 13 kids, right? My father's he's a Haitian man. Right.
Mm.
My father got 13 kids. Okay. A lot of us are bums, right? But not all of us. You see what I'm saying? Okay. The
one of
pro
y'all gonna make it to the NFL, huh?
Well, not even that. One of us is going to make sure that you're not in a retirement home and you're not in a old folks home, because we don't do that as Haitian people. You're gonna die in the house. You see what I'm saying? We're not putting you in old folks homes. One of those kids, which is probably going to be me, is going to make sure that you're good. They're not going to be bumps. You see what I'm saying? When you have one, it doesn't mean it's going to happen, but the probabilities aren't as great as if you have 4.
All right.
Wow.
Absolutely.
Well,
Right.
you all, I genuinely enjoyed you all so very much tonight. I mean, thank you so much, my brother, for coming in. Rich, thank you
And I
so
love
very
Haiti,
much.
y'all. I love my black women out here. Y'all
And
don't
you
go
better
hand on me.
clarify it.
Both of my kids are black. Like I say, my purpose of traveling is different from a lot of guys. You know, I go have fun, I come back. You know what I'm saying? Now, if I
Hmm.
was an expat, then my purpose would be a little different. I'm just a
Hmm.
traveler. You know, I have fun, I come back, I still date in the States, still date my sisters, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. But I appreciate you letting us on though. You know, I know you gotta go and everything. But like
Yes,
I said, I
and
love your channel though.
thank you. Thank you so much. And if you all have yet to check out Roller Tape, please check out his channel. Subscribe. It's free. Give it a like. Support my brother. Anybody that's doing good things, support them. Just one of the things I encourage you as you travel, make it more about learning that culture. Get to know everyone. And let's not just solely focus our energy on one crowd. This is one of the things that we see that we are fighting for in our communities on a daily. Racism is so big in this small island, and this is a black nation island. In America, every day, men and women are fighting for their rights. But how come it is okay for us to take that away from each other? Know that whatever skin that we're born in, it is a blessing that God gave that to us, okay? So let's not look at each other for the color of their skin, okay? But look at each other for the characters in which we have. I was just having a conversation tonight and I said, my beauty doesn't just come from what you see on my face. I believe my face takes so much away from who I am as a woman. So let it be when you aren't doing what you do, okay, I understand that, all right? But don't just go and choose a woman for the color of her skin. You want a woman that can have your back, that can be independent, a woman that can be humble, that can love you through the good, through the bad times, that can be a good mother to your children, that could also be good with your family. There is so much of a legacy for you to leave behind as a man carrying your last name. Keep in mind, men, you all are kings. You do set the temperature, okay? So if you going around promoting certain things, when you start watching certain things happening in the community, you see all these women are so mad in the way that they behave. Know that you yourself play a role in that, because you don't know the type of insecurities that's been built. This subject was a very, very good subject, and I really, really, I enjoyed your honesty, number one, because a lot of the times we don't want to hear honesty, but how can you and I grow when we don't face our honesty? And you shared something that a lot of people would have beat around the bush about. They wouldn't really, really want to share it, okay? But indeed, a true woman value is nothing which you can see on her. I know beautiful women that is trash, okay? And that's all you gonna get. And I also know beautiful women that come with great characteristics. Same as men, okay? Men are making it now. They working out, exercising, and doing this and that, but it's all for show because you're not a good man. You don't take care of your children. You're not a good father. You're trash as far as what we call leaving a legacy behind on this earth. So let's be mindful, you all, on how we treat each other. And for blacks, let's stop being so racist towards each other. All right. Whether if it's the men, let's just learn to be kind to one another, because that is exactly how we're going to get the other side to jump on our bandwagon. You hear me, Rich?
Right,
We
right.
can't keep we can't keep hollering about Black Lives Matter, this and that matter when we're doing the most to each other.
Right.
I mean, Gerda
Well,
sitting up looking at us, laughing at us, because to me, we're a
Black Lives
joke
Matter
because
though.
we're the main ones racist towards each other.
That wasn't really for the people though. That, you know what I'm saying? That's a whole nother topic though. Black Lives Matters ain't for the people like that. You know what I'm saying?
Um,
They never really gave back to the people. You know, I,
who you said never? Well, I
Black
mean,
Lives Matter.
they
They
never
never
gave
gave.
back to the community.
Nah, they never. Nah,
Well,
and
that's a whole nother show. That's a whole nother
they
show.
got
I'll
paid
bring you
over
back.
300 million dollars, and they out the
I'll
game.
bring you back because I'm all about community work too. So that's
Right.
what I love. That's my passion. So I'll definitely be bringing you back. You all please go and visit Roller Tape. Thank you so much, my brother. You've carried 20 people. Thank you. You're always showing love. Thank you so much for your continuous love and support. Definitely, definitely. I enjoyed having you as a guest tonight. It was a great, great show. I noticed too we have people from Japan. I just want to welcome each and every one of you all. If you've yet to subscribe to this channel, please become a subscriber and share. So thank you. What is my other guest name again? Is
Oh,
it Jay?
Erwin.
Erwin.
Yeah.
Okay. Erwin, I just want to thank you too for coming
Woo,
on,
that boy.
for sharing your ideas, Erwin, for giving us two different perspectives. I don't think there's really no right and wrong from you all's perspective. I think it's all for us to learn from and grow, because sometimes what we believe may not always be what's right, okay? And as Black people, we really, really do. We need unity within ourselves in order for us to stand up stronger and continue the movement of making sure that our lives is valued. And Black men, you cannot do it without a strong woman behind you. You don't have to do it. It don't have to be the color, but be sure you have someone whose body matches her brain strength. That's your biggest muscle to me on earth. She can be all that, but
Sure.
can she feed herself? Can she
Right, right.
help others? Is she loving? I mean, there's other characteristics which makes a person great. So, wow, Jackie Alderson,
Irwin,
you
that's Irwin.
carried 100 people, 100 people. Thank you so, so very much, Jackie. May God continue to bless you. Thank you
That's
so
Irwin.
much.
That's Irwin
That's
right
Erwin.
That's
there.
Jackie Adelson.
Now, just
Oh, so you Jackie Addison on here. See, that's what's so confusing too. So I have people call and they're like, this is Tom, but on YouTube, I'm such and such. And I'm like, okay, okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Irwin. Please subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for your
I
love.
subscribe.
Thank you, all of Richie Rich people coming on and actually showing love tonight on the Life in Haiti stage. I cannot thank you all enough. And any last words? And any last words too? And hold on, before I go, I'm up 2 hours, y'all. I've never done a live this long, and
oh,
I've kept
really?
my people up late. No.
It's only
So
9 o'clock though. It's 9 o'clock. Yeah, all right.
yeah, but every channel have its audience too. So, but I've never kept my peoples up that late. And I know
Mar-
you are late night guys,
Marie.
and by this time I'm up in bed watching you all. But one of the things, Mr. Irwin, so you mentioned you Haitian, and forget the light skin, you're Haitian, right? Do you travel back to Haiti?
Yes.
Oh,
Last time I was in, unfortunately, I haven't went recently because whenever I go like, my uncle's there, and
mm-hmm.
he, if he can't assure me of stuff, I don't go. But last time I was there was probably like 2017. So it was about 4 years ago.
Okay, okay.
And since then,
So
I've taken like little short trips, but that was like on cruise, like like Labadi and things like that. But I was in Port-au-Prince about 2017, Tiguave area, things like that. So
okay, okay. Well, I'm glad because I sure definitely did not want to hear that I'm Haitian, but don't want to come back to Haiti. So
oh, no,
that's good to hear.
neg like I am.
Yeah, I don't want to hear that.
But let me ask you this, because you're actually there and you speak the language. How are
Mhm.
things where you are? How is it?
Things are uncertain from day to day, and I'm in Port-au-Prince. Right now things have cooled down. We're able to move around. We're getting gas. And even though things are still expensive, the good thing is we're not all locked in within our house. You're able to go outside. Last month and a half, it was so crazy. I could tell you, you can definitely roll a penny down the street. That's how empty our streets were, okay? And it'll reach far. But for the last week, things have been looking up. But the thing is, we still don't have a stable leader. So there's a lot brewing in the background that us, the people, really don't know what the future holds. And many of us are praying that whoever is in control would at least have give us this month. And January is a big celebration month for Haitian people because that's one of our biggest holidays is New Year's, and New Year's is also our Independence Day. So I am hoping that they let the streets stay open. But as if right now you're not really hearing about much happening, but it doesn't mean it's not happening. But as if right now things have really calmed down a lot. You just hear a lot of talks from the political guys. To me, that's just what they do. They do a whole lot more talking than finding solution, which is something that we need to change within our system.
Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah,
But
I
I mean,
appreciate
you
you.
have family in Haiti. If you'd like, if you have family in Haiti and you have somebody to receive you, and you just have to come to Haiti, I would say you can come, but you have to be very, very careful in
Hmm.
Haiti. Okay, I wouldn't suggest right now you come to Haiti to have fun because you may not actually enjoy your time. You may not have a good time, because the thing is, to me, you make yourself a target by looking to have a good time, because the level of suffering is so very high in this country. So if you're going to have a good time and you want to go on vacation, I would suggest you head up to north of Haiti, south of Haiti, definitely away from Port-au-Prince, because it seems that there's like that negative vibe from people, and when they see you out laughing and having fun, people can easily mistaken that for somebody that have money. And no matter how much money you do have or don't have, in my opinion, life, there's absolutely nothing that is worth life. You get what I'm saying? No matter how much money it is, um, your life is worth a lot more than that. Y'all here?
Yes, I'm listening. I'm here. I'm reading the
Yes.
comments.
So that's what it is. So you all, if you are watching, I got so caught up in the show, but I wanted to tell you all, kindly check out the GoFundMe link. If you've yet to check out the GoFundMe link, please check out the GoFundMe link. But any last words that you all would like to say?
Oh, me? Well, thank you so much for having me. I support you, and
Thank
you
you.
just gained a subscriber.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you. Richie, where you at?
Yeah,
All right.
I'm
Any
still here.
last words?
Uh, nah, I think we covered a lot, but like I say, y'all don't be mad at me. I'm just speaking an opinion. Like I say, I hadn't been to Haiti, but for sure I'll get there one day. So hopefully Maria gonna meet me at the border. Bring me a bulletproof vest. Nah, nah,
Wow.
it ain't. Man.
Don't live
Like I
by
say,
fear.
I would go as long as like Erwin said, as long as my people there, got contact. I know where I'm going. Ain't no confusion. Ain't no where is
Yeah,
this? Nah, and I just
that's
get
what you
straight to
need.
it.
I
And
promise you, you can come to Haiti tomorrow, my brother, and I will be there to receive you. Make sure you get to your hotel, to guide you. You would be fine, okay? But
right.
there are certain things you cannot, nowhere can you guarantee it. So that's why I'm telling you, hey, right now, don't come. But if you were to come, you have somebody to receive you, take you where you got to go, help you to buy the stuff that you need. You will be just fine.
Right.
So thank you so much. Roller tape. Please check out my brother's channel. You all kindly be kind to each other. Tell somebody you love them. As I always say before leaving the show, do not take each other for granted. Us looking like we're looking, you all, let's learn to love each other a lot more. Let's not judge each other. Let's understand that beauty is not just something which we can see. That one of the most valued beauty in human beings, whether if it's a man, woman, It is what's inside. It is the things which cannot be seen. All right. So kindly like, share, and definitely subscribe to this channel if you yet to do so. Till next time, thank you so much, my brother. I definitely enjoyed you tonight. You have a blessed night.
You too. Peace.